Hello, good morning and good afternoon for our viewers. So I am Shafiq from Boost Education Service as a Head of Operations and Director. And today our guest, Mr. Karan Issar from London South Bank University, Regional International Marketing Officer. So we're going to speak about University of London South Bank University, also entry requirements, scholarships, and other benefits for international students, especially in Bangladeshi students who are interested to come to London South Bank University. So we are focusing our live today for Bangladeshi students. So yeah, Karan, you can move forward.
Great. Thanks, Mr. Shafiq, for this opportunity. Hi, everyone. My name is Karan. I handle the recruitment services for London South Bank University for South Asia region. As Mr. Shafiq mentioned, this session is essentially more, um, directed towards Bangladeshi students. So I'll keep it limited to them. But just to give a quick introduction about LSBU. We are a public university based out of Newington. Uh, it's the university is pretty old those ways. Uh, we our campus is 128 years old now. Very diverse. We've got 18,000 plus students from 140 plus countries at the moment, which I think brings in a lot of diversity aspect, which effectively helps a lot of students when they are wanting to kind of operate in a much more multicultural environment because they're getting the same kind of feeler at the university. And we are based right in central London in Zone 1, which I think kind of a lot of students. Um, I mean, as a university, we have been awarded University of the Year for graduate employment 2 years in a row. There is no other university in UK which has been awarded that. So I think we feel very proud of that, and I think that is one of the key reasons why a lot of South Asians prefer looking at London South Bank University because end of the day, I'm sure I think students who are making this commitment, this investment, they want to see that return, and the return is going to reflect in the form of employability. So we are very good when it comes to our employability rate. The salary of LSB student is again fourth best in the country as per Times and Sunday Times. And we've also been awarded University of the Year for graduate employment and Entrepreneurial University of the Year as well back in 2016. Um, Shafiq, do you want me to kind of take the students through the entry requirements, or how do you want me to
Yes,
kind of
can
take?
you please go through about the courses at this moment we're offering for January. What are the main
Mhm.
courses in business or
Yep.
IT or whatever you're offering at this moment?
Got it. Sure, definitely. Yeah, in terms of January, it's a small intake, and so we are offering the business school is open for students. So we've got our bachelor's course, some few bachelor's courses as well: accounting and finance, business management with project management, BSc economics, IBM, top up. But otherwise, all master courses are available to students. Something to be mindful of: all our courses are essentially in the business school coming up either with an internship or placement, uh, especially our master's courses. So MSc IBM has been one of the most popular courses that we offer at London South Bank University. It's a 27-month course, but starting this January, rest of the master's MSc courses have also been made available with 27 months. So that's, I think, been very heavily appreciated amongst a lot of students and agencies as well. We've also got the School of Built Environment open. So if anybody is looking at architecture, building service engineers, civil engineering, these are all
Yes.
master's courses. By the way. Structural engineering, construction project management, these courses are again open. Um, Data science has been super popular in Bangladesh. So MSc data science within the School of
Yeah.
Engineering, that's open. And then for the School of Law, we've got MSc refugee studies. As I've said, business school courses are coming up with an internship or a placement, and all master's courses for business school are all 27 months course, the MSCs, which includes internship as well. So yeah, I mean, I think these are the courses that we have open in terms of our entry requirements for Bangladesh market. Undergrad requirement is 4.5, and postgrad requirement is 2.8. Our IELTS requirement for undergrad market is 6, not less than 5.5, and our PG requirement is 6.5, not less than 5.5. We are accepting a lot of other alternate tests as well, keeping the pandemic in mind. But one course that has been very popular is, I think, one kind of English language test that has been popular is Duolingo. In addition to TOEFL Home Edition and IELTS, BT and PSNs, we are accepting as well. Um, our undergrad requirement for Duolingo is 110, 85, and our PG requirement is 120. Again, with minimum 85. Something that everybody should be little careful around is the fact we don't look at the conversion rates which are mentioned on the Duolingo website. So we need 110 and 120 as per UG and PG. So don't look at the website and think that if you've got a 95 or 100, that is equal to a 6 as per what Duolingo states. So we don't follow that, but we definitely are accepting Duolingo for Jan 21. We as a university offer two kinds of scholarship. We've got an international scholarship and a merit scholarship. So our international scholarship is worth £1570, which effectively is offered to every student who successfully gets an unconditional offer letter from the university. So as long as you are getting an unconditional offer letter, you will always get international scholarship. So your fee automatically goes down to 12,900 because our fees is same for both undergrad. Majority courses it's same, UG and PG it's 14,470. But we also have got a merit scholarship. Now merit scholarship requirement for undergrad is 4.8 and merit scholarship requirement for postgrad is 3.5. So if a student gets a merit scholarship, let's say at an undergrad level, your merit scholarship is worth £3,000. So your fee automatically gets reduced from 14,470 minus 3,000, that is 11,470. And at a postgrad level, we are offering a £4,000 merit scholarship. So your fee automatically goes down from 14,470 to 10,470. Now, few things which will help you. Number one, you don't have to file a separate application for scholarships. It's a simple application. Once you are making a regular application to apply at LSBU, the same application is used to give you a scholarship. So there is no tedious work of writing a personal statement separately to get a scholarship. As long as once you get the unconditional offer letter, the system will
Yep.
automatically tell you whether you've got a scholarship or not. Okay. Number two, especially for undergrads, whatever scholarship you get, if you get an international scholarship or you are getting a merit scholarship, you will continue to get that scholarship in rest of the during rest of your academic years at the university. So if you're getting, let's say, £3,000, you can save up to £9,000 over 3 years, which I think is a fantastic thing for students. I'm sure students are looking for more and more scholarships, and you're getting that facility here at the university. So the university definitely acknowledges students who have been doing well when it comes to their academics. But even if a student has started to kind of improve, the international scholarship is still available for them. One thing again to be careful of is that we will offer either an international scholarship or a merit scholarship, so you don't get both of them. So simple way to remember this is that if you're getting a merit scholarship, then you don't need an international scholarship. Yeah. So those are the entry requirements and the scholarships. What else, Mr. Shafiq? What else do you think is going to
But
be?
regarding the 5% discount, if any student make the full payment,
Yes.
they will get 5% discount, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm just going to echo what you said. Yeah, any student who is at their own comfort, who is willing to kind of make the entire fee, you will also get an additional 5% discount on top of the scholarship that is being offered to you by the university. Something that I have been kind of noticing. So we have been working with in the Bangladesh market for quite some time now. And I think when I speak to a lot of professors, they have been highly praising, a lot of students that Bangladeshis have been doing really well. So you already have a good community, out there at the university. And something that
Yeah.
comes up in every discussion when I'm talking to a lot of current students who are studying at LSBU, is that their key reason to pick up LSBU, number one, was the employability factor. Because everybody knows you are making an investment. It's your parents hard earned money, and end of the day you want a return on that. And if the return is not coming, especially at the time of pandemic, what's the point of kind of going outside and studying? So that's number one, because we are known for employability, and I think students relate to that. That's the key reason why a lot of kids prefer. Number two, that has come up in a lot of discussion, is also its location and its campus. The reason why I say location is because also need to understand that when you are going outside to studies, it's not only the atmosphere that you get at the university, it's also you indulging in the new culture and kind of getting to know people from different countries. And London being such a cosmopolitan country, city, I think this kind of also helps students to also live the London life, because that will eventually also help you become a better person. There will be change in the way you kind of behave, and how you grow and you develop as an individual. So I think it's the location of the university also helps, because we are right in center one. All famous places, House of Parliament, Big Ben, anything that you name, is within 10 to 15 minutes distance from the university. And again, I think the campus life, now for a lot of people uh, who are not very familiar, I think London, obviously, being a little slightly expensive, I would say it's very hard to find huge properties. And I think we those ways are very, very fortunate enough that we've got a campus which is quite big in size, considering the location of Zone One. Um, we as students, I think, in South Asia, I think, I don't know if you did your studies back in Bangladesh, but I think we've always been used to schools and colleges which are big in size. We've had a playground, we've had a complete library, an amphitheater, so we've all had our connections and emotions attached to our school and colleges. But when you go to places like London, you probably might find universities which are in a form of a building, because there is space crunch there. So I
Yeah,
think sometimes it
they
gets
can
very
also
difficult
new
for students.
campuses. Current the new
Sorry?
campuses in Croydon and Hovering. The South Bank they're offering the two new
Yes,
campuses.
that's Crichton. Yeah, Crichton is the new campus. That campus has still not been open for international students.
But
But the
they're planning for next year. I got the email that they might open for international student for next year September. So that's I think they're
yeah,
thinking.
yeah,
So
absolutely. So yeah, that is again a fantastic piece of news. So as a university, they are kind of investing heavily. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think the location has been it's kind of works out very well. And again, the accommodation as well, our accommodation is right opposite to the university, like you just cross the road and you enter the accommodation. So and it's very economical. It's like 144 pounds per week, and considering London, 144 pounds per week I think is nothing for students. So it saves time, it saves their money, it gives them a lot of convenience, and the time and money that they're saving can always be used in learning something new.
yeah,
um,
Karan, actually, I want to add something here that because I studied London South Bank University, I did
Wow.
my
Okay. Yeah.
international marketing. So I know that how flexible university it is for international students.
Yeah.
So students they're looking for their at least part-time job opportunity, okay, opportunities in the London or maybe close to London. So there are pretty much this more flexible university I would say, because I worked and at the same time I studied, I completed my degree from there, and I know that, and how good teachers are there. Okay, they're more
Yep.
flexible and more friendly, which is maybe we can give them direct interaction with this teachers are so much interact with the students anytime. So they have different
Absolutely.
group, okay, in Facebook groups with the teachers, they have WhatsApp groups with the teachers. So teacher can anytime they can reach to the teachers, okay, any problems they raise, okay, for the academics issues, okay, they can go to the teacher, okay, and solve the problem. So there are lots of opportunities, okay.
No,
This-
absolutely. I think you're absolutely right. I mean, I think I've spoken to a lot of teachers when I went to the university during my training days, and something that was very, I think, common. I think a lot of them had actually studied at LSBU and they wanted to come back and give it back. in some form or the other. But otherwise, a lot of professors who are working at the university, there is a good mix of full-time and part-time. So with the part-time, it also helps because they are still working, so they are still familiar with what's happening in the corporate world, and that they kind of try and bring that experience in during their classes. And it also helps students with internships opportunities or even jobs in some cases because they still have their connections running in there. Uh, but I think a lot of them are doing this because they have that passion of teaching, and I think that is what is, I think, important for students, because passion coming in, automatically they will do anything and everything which is within their capacity, or even sometimes outside their capacity, to help and support students. And even I think um, I very easily met about 15-20 professors, and they were all from different countries. Not that everybody was from British,
Yeah.
from UK. So that also kind of helps, because I think that does become sometimes a concern. If you're saying that we are very very cosmopolitan, in that should also reflect in the teaching and the teachers that we have at the university. So yeah, I mean, I think I generally tell a lot of people that if somebody is looking at LSBU, I think LSBU is a good fit for somebody for whom employability is very, very important, for whom location is important, for whom the fee is very important, because obviously,
Yeah.
a budget is something which is important for us, at least in South Asia. So I think it's a very good mix for those students. We might be a little hard when it comes to English requirement. We get this question a lot of times, but I think as a university, they're very, very clear that they are looking at getting quality kids, and I think everybody will see it, because end of the day, you are getting a chance to kind of again study with the cream, students who have got good grades. So I think that kind of also helps, and I'm sure you will find a lot of other options wherein students can get in there without giving an IELTS exam, or kind of some any other alternate test. But I think English is the core. I don't see any substitute of that. Once you are out, you cannot use your local language. If you still want to use your local language, then there is no point of investing so much money. So I think students should be looking at these exams as a way of testing themselves and see where they are, and then try and kind of improve that, because once you are in the UK, from leaving the airport to making friends to communicating with your professors to understanding lectures to preparing for interviews to actually sitting in an interview, you would need English everywhere. So why take a shortcut when you know that this is something which is going to play a very crucial role going forward in your life.
That's true. True.
Yeah. I think the deadlines will
So,
be little important to students. So just to kind of because we are kind of running short, uh, the application deadlines for overseas students is 20th of November. Um, we have the deposit and cash document deadline for students who are making a payment via bank transfer, which is 30th of November. We've got a deposit and cash document deadline for students who are making a payment via credit card. That's 9th of December, and the cash deadline is 18th of December. Um, and enrollment is going to start on the 21st of Jan. The term starts on 25th, and the late enrollment deadline is 1st of Feb.
okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have some questions here. So I think I can take one by one, and then you can explain a little bit. Okay. So,
Yeah.
does IELTS matter in getting scholarships?
Yes, because if you don't, I mean, not particularly IELTS, but you definitely need to uh, kind of get a successful score in one of the English tests that we are accepting. So if it's IELTS, you definitely need an IELTS score. If it's Duolingo, or whether it's TOEFL Home Edition, whatever you as a student prefer, out of the list of bundle of English language assessments that we are accepting, only then you will get an unconditional offer. And once you get an unconditional offer, is only offered when you're meeting the academic and the English requirements. So yes, that would matter to get a scholarship.
So let's go for the second question. Yeah. How much are you offering a scholarship if you didn't have A plus, like GPA 5 from
Yeah, so in that case, the student will be offered a £1,000 scholarship per year. So in total, you can save up to £9,000, not up to exactly £9,000 over the course of your degree.
Okay, that's definitely is very, because I know that most of the university how much they're offering, and sometimes the university are offering only first year, but in terms of
Yeah,
that, the South is offering all 3 years if they come in undergraduate course. So 3 years they're getting this
yeah.
scholarship. Okay. So let's go another one. What's the basic prerequisites for merit scholarship?
Yeah, as I said, I mean, you need to, number one, you need to kind of get an unconditional offer letter. That's number one. And that will only be offered when you're meeting the basic requirements. But to get a merit scholarship at an undergrad, you need a minimum of 4.8 and kind of also meeting the English requirement of 6 in case of IELTS, 110 in case of Duolingo. And in terms of postgrad, if you're looking at a merit scholarship, you need a 3.5 GPA out of 4 and an English requirement of 6.5 in IELTS and Duolingo 120 with minimum 85.
Okay. So let's take one more. What are the entry requirements for Pakistan, India, Nepal, and African countries? So I think
Yeah,
Karan is got the right.
I might not. Okay, so I don't. I can definitely say it for Pakistan and Nepal, but I don't handle Africa. And unfortunately, being in India, I don't handle India, so I won't be able to help you there. But for for Pakistan, student need a minimum of 70% at an undergrad level, and for postgrads need 55% for a 4-year degree and 65% for a 3-year degree. For Nepal, students again need a 2.6 GPA for undergrad, and students need at a postgrad level they need a 53% for making an application to successfully kind of make an application at LSBU. I'm not familiar with India and Africa, unfortunately. So I think maybe the website might have those kind of
Yeah,
updates.
the information is there also. Let's
Yeah.
take one more questions. Okay. What are the conditions for receiving a scholarship?
Yeah, I just kind of mentioned that. So, as I said, I think it's essentially the same as what are the conditions of on what basis do we actually get an unconditional offer letter, because everything ties up to the unconditional offer letter. So, you need to obviously meet the academic requirements, which I've already stated twice. So, as long as you're meeting the academic and the IELTS requirement, you should be able to get a scholarship.
Okay. Which are the prospects after graduating? So
Yeah, I
I
think
think the
it's a
definitely
good.
PSW.
Yes, I mean, see, looking at how how promising I think the government, some of the decisions that the British government has been taking automatically speaks volume of the fact that for them, I think international students are very, very important. And my feeling is that given that Brexit is happening, I think the dependency in a way on South Asia and Southeast Asia is definitely going to go up. And I think this is actually a perfect time for students to kind of do well for themselves. I know pandemic has been hard, but I think end of the day it's our human spirit. We are kind of coming back, and I think I feel that at this point in time, something that becomes very, very important and crucial for students is to make sure that they're not joining a university only because their friends are joining. Like, do a careful analysis of why you want to do something first. It's very, very important because let's accept it. Life is not going to be super easy if you're outside. You'll have to fight for your job, for your seat. If there were 5 kids fighting for a job, last year, this year there will be 100 kids fighting for the same job. So unless you don't pick a course that you like, something that you passionately wanted to kind of learn and explore, you will not be able to do
Yes,
well.
you're right.
And number two, I think, is uh, looking at universities who have been consistently doing well when it comes to their employability, because at this point in time, it's always it's a safe bet to kind of work for universities or study in universities who have had a good past track record of consistently giving good students. As I said, our employability rate is very high. um, our average student salaries are fourth best in the country. So I think all these things kind of in itself answer the question around the prospects. But yeah, I mean, I think things definitely look promising. But yeah, the pandemic has to kind of settle down first. Yeah. So we have a range of tests that we are accepting at the moment. So for students who are looking at alternate tests, we've got Duolingo, we've got Language Cert, we've got TOEFL Home Edition, we've got IELTS Indicator. These are some tests that we are um, accepting at the moment. Then obviously you've got IELTS
So,
Academic, you've got
are you offering for the international students? Are you offering any token, for example, for taking the English test? Uh, some universities
token
they are
as
offering like token English test, like University of Law. They are offering, token for the IELTS test. Okay, so online IELTS, so whatever. So I think
I don't understand what do you mean by token? Like they are not
like
charging?
free English test. Yeah, they're not charging. Free
Yeah,
English
no,
test. Are you offering any?
no, no, we are not working that way. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So let's take another question from here. So some courses have 12 months of internship of master. What are the USP of these programs and any extra advantages? Advantage. So
Yeah, I mean, I
what is
think
USP? I don't know.
yeah, when I mean essentially when the curriculum is getting designed and when universities are the professors are looking at some courses which we know which are very very popular. Off lately, I think students have started looking at courses which has got an IELTS or a placement year additionally. And I think it works perfectly well because students can take a sandwich year in between. They can kind of do their first 2 years, kind of whatever they've learned in those first 2 years, bring it, try and explore it in the practical way when they are kind of doing their jobs and internship, and then again come back. So I think it works out really well. And end of the day, I think by the time a student is ready and they have completed their graduation, they already have a certain amount of practical experience that they have experienced during their internships or their placement. So yeah, I mean, I think these things definitely help, and it makes you much more job ready because you know I think learning something and trying to kind of implement that or oversee that in an actual job environment are two different things. So the more the experience you have, it always helps. And I think at London South Bank, because we are known for employability, our employability team puts in a lot of effort to ensure that our students are job ready. The day they are going for the interview, I think they try and leave a mark that these are LSBU students, and everything from having a grip on how the market is functioning to their core academics to the softwares that they will be working on. I think they are very very familiar with this as students.
Second one more question here. So how is placement opportunities for masters students?
As I said, majority of the business school courses are coming up with internships and placements, and our employability team kind of puts in a lot of effort. So we have there are a lot of things that they do in the employability uh, center, but like one of those could be the team is kind of one of the team kind of a lot of on-site job fairs for students wherein they can get a chance to meet the company reps and kind of develop a repo and understand more about their businesses. Then we've got a team which is focusing in kind of finding out more about how the job market is switching, what is it that employers are looking for, especially with undergrads, because it's a long three-year degree, and in some cases even 4-year degree. So the market is changing so quickly. It's important for students to be aware of or made aware of what changes are happening and what additionally they can do to make their profile look much more lucrative. We've also got something which is called a career gym. It's a fancy name. So it's a place wherein students, when you go to a gym, either you want to reduce your weight or you want to put on some muscles. Similarly, you go to a career gym and the team looks at your profile, they will scan your profile, and they'll tell you what are some of your strengths, what are some of the areas that you need to work on. And from that day onwards, a lot of mock drills and mock sessions starts happening so that they can make the students ready. So yeah, I mean, I think a lot of efforts are made to keep the students confident and ready for any opportunity that comes in front of them.
Yes, Karan, I want to add something here that university is also helping to get the internships because university have direct link with industries in London-based
Yeah,
industry. So when I
yeah,
studied there, MSc international marketing, I had the internship opportunities also, and lots of my teachers they try to they are collecting our CVs, most of our students, and they are sending their CVs to that industry people who are recruiting at times, okay, for any opportunities. Also, most of our teachers they came from different background of industry, so they used to work in
yeah,
different industry, maybe 5 years, 10 years, and they have like a good relation with that companies and the company. And then any job circular they're sending in any website, they're just sending that link to us, okay, or any of our students, so that we can apply. So how supportive the Southern University teachers, okay. So is I would say that is fantastic for the student to
absolutely.
link with the teachers, okay.
No, no,
So
absolutely. I
let's
think it's a good point. Yeah.
what are the chances of getting a visa if we do not take the IELTS test? So this is tricky question. So
This, yeah, I mean, this, sorry, my knowledge is limited in this area, not the right person.
no, actually, sometimes depend on interview because UK have their interview. So student definitely need to be credible interview. What we say. So they need to justify themselves. Okay. So how and why they coming to study in the UK? Why this particular university? Okay. They need to justify during the interview. Also, they need to justify their source of income, even though they don't ask any
Mhm.
evidence, but they need to tell them that how this money, okay, they got, and also how their family will provide the money to study in the UK. So this is quite English, definitely, because you need to convince definitely in the interview carry on with the English, isn't it? It's not in different language, so
Yep.
definitely have to have
No,
that
absolutely.
clearness. So
Absolutely.
so let's take what will be the minimum score for Duolingo test for MBA masters.
Yeah, our minimum is 120, but we are not running MBA for January. But otherwise, you need a
MSc,
120.
MSc, that's fine. So similar.
Yeah. So MSc is much more popular those ways. So yeah. But yeah, you need a 120 with minimum 85.
So, and your Milton Bhai, so thank you for all the best for boost education with LSBU. Thank you. So, any scholarship opportunities for international students for master's program? Yes, already explained,
Yeah, there
isn't
are two
it?
kinds
Up
of.
to 4,000 pounds.
One, yeah, you get an international scholarship worth 1570, and there is also an opportunity to get a merit scholarship worth £4,000. You need a 3.5 out of 4 to get a merit scholarship.
So, do I receive
Yes.
help in getting a job?
Yeah, I just kind of explained the employability team is kind of involved in series of events that they organize with students. So, and I think our awards are also testament to the fact that we are known for employability. So yeah, there's a lot of support that students get, and I think a lot of Bangladeshi students are doing very well. Be it's in the current job market at the time of pandemic, or doing their internships, or students kind of coming back to their home countries and doing well in different multinational companies.
Okay, so do LSBU help students with student accommodation? Yes.
Yeah, we have the accommodation open for students. It's right opposite to the university, so get in touch with the accommodation team and you can get that. Yeah.
So do you accept MOI?
Now, what is MOI?
What?
We don't know what is MOI.
Medium of instruction in English.
No, we don't. No, sadly, we don't accept that. Yeah.
Okay. So yes, I think all questions already I asked. So hopefully it's fine. So no more question left. So yeah, Karan, so we can finish maybe. So with the
Yeah.
So anything you want to say?
No, I mean,
at the
I
end?
think, yeah, I mean, I think we just left with a few days. Anybody who's keen and who's interested to kind of apply for January, this is probably your last opportunity. But yeah, it's a fairly decent universities for students who are looking for something in a package of employability, in a package of location, in a package of very uh, a very, how do I put it, the fee essentially available,
Yeah.
and right in the heart of central London. So I think these advantages kind of play in your role when you're making decisions. But I'm sure students are kind of making critical analysis while kind of making decisions. But my only advice is that don't fall in the herd mentality trap. Do what you think is right, and do keep in mind that whatever investment you're making, especially at this time, every penny counts. So make the right choice, something that you believe in. More importantly, have a clear understanding, why are you going outside. If you're going outside to be a better person, or if you want to come back, then the world is open for you. But if you want to kind of spend more time, uh, get practical knowledge, that will only come when you get a job. And finding job can be difficult. If anybody says it's very easy, they're wrong. It is tough. It becomes easy when you put in
Yeah.
hard work. And you need the right kind of team and members to support you in that process. So we have got that background, that history of data, that kind of speaks volume for the fact how good we are when it comes to employability.
Okay, Karan, thank you for this session. And also, we have office in Bangladesh, so Dhaka and Rangpur. Also, we are going to open our office in Sylhet now. So, if any student wants to
Great.
apply now before 20th of November, please contact our advisor in Bangladesh. Okay, or you can send email or WhatsApp. We have. You can chat with our advisors also to get any information. Then we'll help you to make the application before the deadline. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Great.
Karan.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thanks, Mr. Shafiq. Bye.